Yeah.
I was listening to that video of the interview with Elon Musk on TED that this guy sent me. We're both big Elon Musk Tesla fanboys.
I fucking love Elon Musk.
Yeah, the guy's gonna save the world and definitely America. And he's from South Africa.
They say he's from South Africa. I think he's from one of two places.
He's from Mars.
He's
definitely trying to get home.
He's from the future or he's from space. Like he's from one of those two places.
He's an alien trying to fit in with this backstory saying he's from South Africa, but I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it. No. I mean, do you have hair that good in South Africa? It's fucking hot and humid.
First of all, he was bald as fuck only 10 years ago. Yeah, there's
technology.
He's reverse aging.
Yeah, he's reverse.
That's Martian tech that we don't have yet.
When he invented PayPal, there's pictures of him being like, "Yo, I invented PayPal," and it's like he's skinny as fuck and bald as fuck, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, you filled out, you look like a man now, and you somehow grew hair. It's like, oh, okay, well, if you're a billionaire, you can afford some shit to get your hair back.
Well, I grow my hair on my rooftop garden using entirely recyclable materials.
Yeah, what is it? I saw a funny meme of him where it's like it shows him zip lining, and a picture of him in like the stupid zip line harness and helmet, and it shows him with this same like smug, and the meme is just like zip lining. The humans are going crazy about it. The humans like it, you say? Well, I will give it a go, and it shows him just like, I will try this zip line thing. You tell me.
There's a subreddit called Totally Not Robots where it's just shit like that. It's people like, I'm a human. I like doing these things.
But we're big fanboys of Elon and all that he's creating. And Tesla is the future. Well, not Tesla's the future, but that the industry of Tesla is the future, and electronic cars and all that shit. And I just like the fact that, I mean, we're both motorcycle enthusiasts.
Okay.
So the fact that, like, if you are a motorcycle enthusiast and you're American, everyone's just like, well, you got to ride a Harley, bro. And it's just like, well, I also kind of hate the Harley culture. Like, the fact, like,
and the aesthetic.
Yeah, and the aesthetics. Yeah, the idea that, like, oh, if you're gonna ride a motorcycle, you have to be like a 40-year-old man who's like looking for one last thrill before your daughter graduates college or something like that. You know,
I do like some Harley bikes. They have worked on their image a little bit. Like they've catered their bikes to be slightly. I mean, they're not. I've never seen like a cafe racer Harley, but I have seen some slightly cafe racer-esque Harleys where like the handlebars are small and you don't lean forward, but you don't have your arms all up and you don't lean back. And yes, there are some Harleys that are pretty dope, but they're not my thing. I've been following electric motorcycles. Like, as you know, I'm fucking obsessed.
Tell me about electric skateboards.
I mean, this guy Gavin met me today, and like he already knows I'm fucking obsessed with electric skateboards. I'm also obsessed with basically anything and everything that's electric transportation. So electric cars, I'm obsessed. Electric skateboards, electric bicycles, electric fucking motorcycles. I'm obsessed with all of them, and I want to get an electric motorcycle as soon as I can. The problem is, for some goddamn reason, Korea is like the last market for anything electric, it seems.
The biggest coal consumer in the world.
No, but I mean, Korea is very, very environmentally conscious.
That's
like
true.
they're building Sokcho, which is like this crazy new city that's everything's done in a, with the idea of, conservation and
I heard about
what's
that,
the fucking word I'm looking for?
Renewable,
but also sustainable. So it's a sustainable city. Like they're building this city with sustainability in mind.
It's also like self-sustainable, right?
Yeah,
everything
it's
feeds
awesome.
back into it.
Yeah, it's super super smart. You got to look into Sokcho if you don't know about it. It's awesome.
It's like it's on the poster for the city of the future.
Right. It's like
they kind of advertised it as.
Yeah.
City of the future, right. So that's dope. And they are very green environmentally. But what I'm talking about is like just the market of Korea in Asia seems to be like the last fucking market for shit like Tesla or electric vehicles for some reason. Like, for example, Tesla cars. First, they went to China. Well, first they came out in America, obviously, and then they went to China, and then they went to Japan, and then
they went to America, then Europe.
Well, obviously, I just skipped that because
Asia, I think he means.
I just skipped that because it was obvious. When it comes to Asia, they went to China first because it's the biggest market, and then they went to Japan, and then they went to Korea. Same thing with Zero Motorcycles. Zero Motorcycles is an electric motorcycle company based out of California, and they're fucking awesome. Like, they are awesome. Like, they have a dope lineup of bikes. With different, bikes for different, categories, like different needs. If you want to go really fucking fast, they got a sport bike.
Right.
If you want like a city bike, they got like a city bike. If you want like off road, they got off road, dual, off road, on road, all that shit, and they're dope. And you can buy them in America, you could buy them in Europe, you could buy them in fucking China. You could buy them in Japan. You could even buy them in Thailand and fucking Taiwan. But it's like, when the fuck are you going to come to Korea? Like, why is Korea always the last goddamn market? Same thing with Tesla. Tesla's everywhere, but they're not in Korea yet. They're coming to Korea like this year or next year. Like, I've already seen Tesla cars in Korea, but they're only test driving cars. Like, they have an office in Korea and you can test drive a Tesla and you can like pre-order one. But they don't have, like, I haven't seen like Teslas with people. The only Tesla I saw was the Model S, and it said test driving vehicle only.
It's funny how much floating capital they must have.
Stayed in your memory forever.
Oh yeah. Forever. I freaked the fuck out. I was on my electric skateboard, and I'm like, is that a Tesla? And it said like test driving, and I immediately went home and I Googled, is Tesla in Korea yet? And it's like, no, they do have an office, but it's only for test driving only, and you could pre-order and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I mean, they got some really cool shit electric car wise going in Korea. So for example, they do have some electric buses. And they do have,
that's pretty dope.
They do
taxis,
have,
right?
They have electric taxis. And one thing that really freaked me the fuck out is they have the all electric Kia, and they have an all electric Hyundai, and they have an all electric Renault. Now Renault is a French car manufacturer, but in Korea they have a Samsung Renault. It's like Samsung, and it's like Samsung is in bed with Renault in Korea. So there's a Renault factory that's
Samsung's in bed with fucking everyone.
Samsung's like the fucking biggest goddamn company ever. Like, Samsung built the Wiz Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, is built by Samsung. When you think of Samsung, you don't think, they build Burj Khalifa. That's what I meant.
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa. Who's that, a fucking rapper?
That's a rapper.
That's a rapper.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Same shit.
Hey, you know what I mean.
They made his career.
They made his
Samsung
marketed
Khalifa.
the fuck out of that. No. Yeah, so Samsung's crazy, but they have the Samsung Renault, and that's an all electric car. And they have Samsung Renault taxis, all 100% electric taxis in Korea. So if you ever see a sky blue taxi,
yeah,
that's electric.
That's awesome.
And it's the same price as any other taxi. And what really freaked me the fuck out was the other day I saw a Hyundai sky blue taxi. So I'm like, okay, here we go. Now we have two sky blue 100% electric taxis in Korea from two different manufacturers in Korea. We got Renault.
Now
Samsung.
we just gotta change that fucking color. Who wants a sky blue car?
Dude, I would drive
It's
the fuck
not
out of a sky blue car.
No, dude,
What?
it's
Fuck
it's
you.
a taxi.
Yeah, does it have a giant twisty turny knob on the back? Like,
It's
for
a taxi.
5-year-olds?
Just to wind it up.
Just to wind it up. Fucking toy.
It's
Dude,
a taxi. You wouldn't buy it sky blue. It's a taxi.
You know
it
what
stands out.
You know what
It's
I've seen
awesome.
fucking everywhere though? If you look at a red light, 3 of the cars, at least at the red light, are the fucking, it's a Kia, it's a Cube, and it's sky blue. It's like a slightly desaturated sky blue bordering on teal. But you see them, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm impressed with your color theory. That's what I'm thinking.
Teal.
I heard slightly desaturated. I heard teal. And I'm like, this guy knows what he's fucking talking about.
I mean, I try.
I literally had a lesson about saturation and desaturation with one of my kids because I was mainly bored.
Yeah, me too, bro. On Instagram.
But what is it? Not